Hi, my name is Chiru. I'm a mother of two children aged 4 and 7, and I'm currently on a level 5 of a degree in children and young people. I feel in order to give you a basis of where this project originated, I should probably tell you a little bit about my own experiences with higher education. Upon leaving school many years ago, I felt university just wasn't an option for me. None of my family studied higher education, it just wasn't the done thing in my area. My first memory from those "what do you want to be when you grow up" talks that children have was a primary school teacher. But I spent my life thinking that that would just be a dream. I hadn't and couldn't go to uni, so I'd never become a teacher. By the age of 23, I'd given birth to my daughter. Teaching her how the world worked, how to talk, how to read, made me long for those dreams that I once had. So I settled myself for being a teaching assistant in a local primary school. I didn't need a degree for that. By the age of 29, I had two children, and I knew I'd soon be turning 30. A new thought hit me: if I didn't do this now, I never would. On my induction day at Newcastle College, I was so nervous. I felt like I'd be turning up in this lecture hall and everyone would look at me thinking that I was a bit too old to be a student. Would I be mistaken for a lecturer? There definitely wouldn't be any other mams there, I was sure. Would I be sitting in a room full of teenagers just finished their A-levels? Would I stand out like a sore thumb? I had this preconceived idea of what a student was, and I certainly wasn't that. The reality couldn't have been more different. There was people there from all walks of life, all ages. I wasn't the oldest, and I found myself sitting next to two mothers. I couldn't believe it. I felt like I might belong here after all. My first year of doing a degree was intense, amazing, interesting, thrilling. To be honest, I can't think of the words to describe how it felt. This whole world of education was opening up that I never expected I'd be part of. My brain was turning on again. I was questioning things. I was uncovering theories and concepts that previously were unknown to me. I was becoming a new person. I wasn't just a mum. I was Chiru, a student. Then COVID hit. I was a mum. In fact, I was a full-time mum. I was homeschooling two children. I also had assessment deadlines looming, online lectures to partake in, academic journals to read. How could I do all this while I was playing Robin as my son was Batman? There was a few instances during this time that I felt like I'd have to throw the towel in. I wasn't able to be a great mum and support my children through this pandemic whilst giving my all to studying. Then I remembered why I was doing it. I was doing it for them. My children were going to have much better prospects in life if I was able to get this degree and get my dream job. On one of these hectic days that you see here while I was juggling Playmobil, phonics lessons and a journal in the Lancet, I received an email from the student fellowship team offering positions for a fellowship that wasn't really in my interests. This started me thinking, and I replied asking if there was any current projects researching mature students that I could be part of. There wasn't anything happening then, but Rachel informed me that the NCUC Student Fellowship project is totally student-led, so if I had something worthwhile looking into, I was welcome to share my own ideas. Then I knew what to do. I absolutely was not the only parent at home juggling a degree in children. What were the others doing? How were they managing? Was there something I could be doing to help? And this is where the NCUC Students as Parents project was born. My research into parents as students was eye-opening for the primary fact that there was pretty much none. Way back in 2008, the National Union for Students underwent a relatively large first-of-its-kind look at how universities, governments and unions supported parents while studying. The report highlighted 21 key recommendations that needed to be implemented in order to provide an equal opportunity for student parents. None of these were ever fully implemented nationwide, and no further studies ever took place. I knew I had to do something to change this, and I really knew that NCUC was going to fully support me in doing so. So myself and the fellowship team, we started off by looking at how many parents were here studying with us at HE level at Newcastle College. Can anyone guess? No, neither could we. We had no idea. This wasn't a figure that was tracked in enrolment. There was no specific question asking students, are you a parent? It's not something that Newcastle College was doing wrong, it just simply wasn't a requirement. We set about to change that, and now from September 21, all students entering a HE course at NCUC will be asked about their parental status. This allows us to really monitor how many student parents there are with us. The next step to really understanding the experiences of student parents was to get real life views. We needed as many student parents together in one place to create a community and gather viewpoints from as many families as we could. Why did you wait to becoming a parent to study a degree? What are the difficulties that you're facing juggling children and studying? How could Newcastle College support you to be the best you can be? And this is where the Facebook support group came into play. Getting as many of our current students at NCUC together in one place and sharing their views was the ideal solution. Within the first 2 days of sharing this page on Teams, we had 34 members. This was a community of people crying out to have somewhere to share their experiences. What would be a wonderful way to truly understand and monitor the experiences of parents at NCUC is to follow parents from start to finish of their degree. By doing so, we can have hard evidence of the struggles, but more importantly, the achievements of parents studying. Our aim is to follow a cohort of parents from enrolment in September 21 throughout their degree, interviewing them, their families, their tutors, really getting a full insight to how a degree changes family life and how student parents compare academically to what we think of a traditional student. One small study in 2003 highlighted that student parents were hugely important in the class setting, and by sharing their knowledge in class, this created a new learning experience for all those who were not parents. It also showed that 98 to 100% of student parents were employed after their degree. I wondered, would this be the same at NCUC? What we want after this next year of studying how parents learn and how universities can better support them is to open our Facebook group to a wider audience of not only parents who are already students, but those parents who, like me a few years ago, would love to become students but feel it's totally out of their grasp. We want to create a community that welcomes these people in, informs them of the financial support available, the emotional and academic support here at NCUC, and encourages a whole group of people who were previously forgotten within the education system to reinvent their lives and reach those dreams that they'd put aside. This project isn't just for the here and now. The effects could well ripple out to many generations. When children see their parents doing something, it's been proven that they mirror this. Children who see their parents engaging with higher education will likely have a feeling instilled in them about the importance of education. What will be interesting from this study is to look at the effects of children seeing their parents at university. Will student parents actively studying whilst being around their child encourage what we hope to be a new generation entering the world of higher education when perhaps they previously wouldn't? As we all know, being a student is hard going. Being a parent's also a really hard job, but both are so rewarding. Having the ability to juggle both being a parent and a student is testament to the strong will, determination and resilience that student parents have. We're showing that whatever job we go into after higher education, we can manage our time, we can organise well, and we'll absolutely succeed at it. Sometimes we just need a little bit of encouragement, support and acknowledgement about what we're doing. Becoming a student fellow and having the NCUC staff back in this project gives me so much hope that in future more parents will become students, they'll succeed and their lives along with their children's will become so much better for it. Thank you very much.